hauls related to different things so that people know where to find stuff. And then I'll also be doing the same thing under analysis and learning for the Traders Guild. So you guys will have access to different sections with different things that help you guys get the information that we've gone over dozens of times now since January on like improving your platform and your content and stuff. So yeah, definitely looking forward to getting that set up. And probably something I should have done sooner, but you know what?
We're here
It
now.
happened.
We're here now.
Yep.
Okay. Well, good.
Channel.
Stream is live. I'm live on my own personal X, Maddox Makes Art. I'm on Dream Test Labs on X, and I'm on YouTube somewhere. But either way, the action's happening here, so welcome. Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to be talking about shorts, but specifically how to lay out vertical video shorts so that they don't look silly when you do them. A lot of people are recording in the format that you're seeing right now, which is wide or horizontal format. And at the end, when you go to send it as a short, it's either really small and you got all this black space on the top and bottom, or you have it flip, and like that's not always conducive for if we're trying to grab attention for all the scrollers, right? We want to make sure that we're part of the seamless scroll. And yeah, what's the questions we got here in chat? What are video shorts? Shorts are anything under a minute, usually 59 seconds or less. Usually on YouTube, there's YouTube Shorts, there's TikTok. That's what a video short is. Yes. To classify as a short, it's got to be less than 60 seconds. I like to say less than 59 seconds, because if you go and post something that's 59 seconds, YouTube's going to consider it as a minute to give it some buffer room. So I tell people to go for 58 seconds. But I think shorts have just actually expanded to 3 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I've been away from shorts for a little while, but I still remember some tricks for formatting and editing those clips. So that's what we'll be doing today. We'll be using some CapCut. We can use some Canva, of course, for thumbnails. But we're going to be just talking about how to take a vertical video and turn it into a horizontal video without looking ridiculous. Okay? That's what we're up to. So let's get right to it. For those that, let me share my screen here in the Discord so you guys can see what we're up to. I know that sharing my full screen with myself is a little confusing and doesn't always work for people, so I'm just going to share the entire screen here. Alrighty, you know what? Let me check the options. Report problem, stop streaming. Can everybody see that in chat? Let me know if you can't. I can see if I can mess with the settings. But it should be at 720, 30 FPS. You guys should be able to see the screen there. Little check in chat.
I do see the screen without a problem, so.
Cool. Okay. Very good, very good, very good. All right. So I was working on this horizontal video as is, right? And it's just a little clip of myself, little shorty clip. Me and Opera and Mojo were in there, playing the finals. We get 1 kill, get 2 kills, bonk, and then we finish her off with the heavy. Bonk, 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 bonk. And we have a team wipe for the vault steal. All right. So this is the very short horizontal video we made this morning. Very, very quick. It's under 30 seconds, so it's very qualified for a short. But now we're gonna take that video and we're gonna change the resolution or the ratio rather. So we're in the original state, which is usually 16:9. We're gonna go the opposite, which is 9:16. Okay. I'm gonna actually clear out all the editing from this one, and we're gonna start with a new thing. I've already exported this as its own one video, so I can clear everything, and then we can start afresh, just like you guys would if you had a clip. Okay. We'll remove this. There we go. Okay, now let's put in the clip I have. See if I can find it. That's always the trouble. Where would it be? Let's go here. It's gonna be right here. All right. So this is the exported version. I'm just dropping into CapCut. It's 27 seconds long, and it's got all the edits built into this one clip. So this is its original form at this point. So we have the clip in the horizontal view. All right, we can just drop that in here. Now, let's change the ratio because we're still in that horizontal view. We want it to be vertical. So we're just gonna go to ratio. We're in 16:9. We're gonna go to 9:16. Boop. Now we have that, good for mobile cell phone. What tools am I using? I'm using CapCut right now. CapCut, guys. CapCut is found both on PC and on mobile. You can do this. All the techniques we'll be talking about, all the tricks we'll be you can use on both. I prefer on PC just because you have a lot more hotkeys. You're able to move around a little more seamlessly. I find because without, you're just doing this all by button presses with your thumbs, and you can't move around, you can't click, you can't highlight, you can't Control A, you can't cut with Control B, you can't. There's a lot of things the keyboard and the mouse allow you to work with. If I want to zoom in on a track, I don't have to thumb in. I can just control and zoom. If I want to, go back and forth, I'd have to be big to see that, but I can, shift through the timeline with Alt and scrolling. There's a lot of hotkeys I suggest you learn. There is a hotkey section. You just go into menu. You just go into, where is it? There is a section here for hotkeys, settings, maybe. It's in the help or something. Hang on. It's actually good to find. If you wanna, there's a walkthrough, shortcuts. There you go. So you go into menu. How did I get there? Menu, help, shortcuts. You get all these shortcuts on the PC where you don't have this on your mobile. All right. And these just make the job go faster. What could take 2 hours is now only taking like 10 or 20 minutes if you're able to move fast. So, yeah. All right. So that's my suggestion there. There's even more for different parts of CapCut. Okay. So if we just presented it like this, and let's just export this for fun. Vertical test 1. Let's export it like this, and we're going to put it in a better folder than the one I had it in. Let's put it in. Do I have a new folder for CJF? We'll make one. New folder, CJF, bonk. Put that in there. Select, export. Okay. Now we're going to pause this because it's going to keep doing this. Now it's not offering to do it in a short version because it's already recognizing itself as a short, which is fantastic. CapCut does let you sign in to TikTok and YouTube so you can directly upload from there. But personally, I like to export it into my own file set and then upload it into TikTok or YouTube later. But let's take a look at it as it stands. It was very short, so it's going to be very, doesn't take long. But so this is how it shows up. You're not going to see the black differences, but from here to here, it is completely boring. And it's also going to be very small on your phone. All right. If anybody is on their phone, I can actually just drop this in there and you should be able to click on that and see what it looks like from your phone view. And that's for those that are in chat right now. This is what it would look like with no effects, no fun, right? Okay, cool. So we're on the same page there. Now we're going to cancel that. That was just a test, and that's a boring test. We don't want to, this is the result we don't want. All right. Now what we're going to do is make it a little more friendly for vertical, but it's still the same stuff. All right. So like I said, this is very small. We have a couple of things we can think about when we're laying out the vertical layout. And that's going to be like, if we tried to just expand our horizontal piece, we're going to miss a lot of the middle stuff, all right? Or the outside stuff, like the score, my person, usually your abilities and your charge ups and stuff like that. Stuff people want to kind of see if they're tracking your gameplay. But let's just do that for fun. So we're going to just expand that. Boom. Like we could do that. But then when we go and play the video, like all you see is the middle. You don't have any idea what I'm hitting the guy with, what my weapon is or anything, right? So like that's not a great solution. We would have to, let's Control Z, another shortcut, bring it back down to original size. Now, if I wanted to focus a little more on the middle, I could, but then I've still got all this black space. So what I'm going to do is a weird trick. I'm going to take, try and follow along. We're going to make 2 layers and 2 copies of the same video to help expand our space. Okay. So we're going to make one all the way. Okay. And then we're going to take the video that we expanded all the way, and we're going to Control Copy, Control V. That's going to make another copy of the same video. We're going to plug it in again. Now, just like layers in Canva, anything on top is going to show up first. Okay. Now, since this is a copy of that, it's just going to show exactly what we just made. Now let's put the original or the second copy we made on top, but now we've got myself on myself. Now let's play. Let me show you what that looks like without any effects or anything. It's a little weird. It's a little funky. But you've probably seen this somewhere, trolling around, where you've got like a big view and a little view of the same video in real time. This can make for a cool effect if you use it properly. And so what we're going to do with that to make it less like in your face, because that's not what we want, we're going to take that bigger one that we stretched out all the way, and we are going to add an effect. And that effect is going to be a blur, B-L-U-R. I really hope they didn't premium this tool. Let's find out. Perfect. Still very available to us. Okay, now we drag the effect we like. Let me show you what it's looking like. Sorry. So that's a very, very blur. That's a slight blur. We can also adjust the parameters of all of this. That's a motion blur. That's a very, interesting one. Vertical blur. So that's going to go blur up and down. I don't know. We can decide what we're looking at. Blurry focus. I don't like that. Let's see, blue line blur. Ooh, weird. So there's options, okay? Find the blur you like. I'm just gonna grab the basic blur. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply it to the one that is still big, okay? Which is the bottom one here. And I'm gonna go here and just drop it right on top of the big one. So now my front copy is clear and my back copy is blurred. If I think that the blur is too much, I can, while I'm here with, on the special effects of the blur, you can adjust the intensity of the blur. All right, really blurred or, kind of blurred, whatever you prefer. All right, we can try with 30. Maybe we'll try with like 20. All right, that's a slight blur. Now, we will go ahead and play the whole thing. And just with this, your eyes are drawn to the focus point, or what we're focusing on, which is the middle, right? And the extra is just there for accenting, essentially, what we're up to, okay? Looks cool. It's a cool effect. The whole point is that we've now used all available space, okay? And by doing that, we've made it less boring, okay? With just 2 steps, we've copied the video, made a giant version at the bottom, and then a original version in the middle, blurred the background. That's all we've done. But it's the same video playing twice. As long as the audio syncs up, it should be no problem. But if you have points where the audio are conflicting, you can mute the track that's in the background, if you will. So like bonk, because right now we have 2 audio files that are playing at the same time. They match up, so there's no issue. But what that's going to do by muting it is less data for your video. So it's going to make your video size smaller. All right. How about the black by the sides? What black by the sides? Let's talk. Black by the sides? At what point? Show me black by the sides. Dum 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 ba da dum bum bum. Viran's asking a question. How about black by the sides? Talk to me. Talk to me. Kenny, I appreciate you popping in, man. Yes, we'll be sharing the recording. Don't worry, you'll be considered in the giveaway. Jesus. All right, what do we got here? Talk to me about the black on the sides. I don't see it. So without that video in the background, we have black on the top and the bottom. Is that what you mean? Like if I don't have this layer, we have black on the top and the bottom. What do you mean on the sides? With vertical video, you don't usually have the issue of black on the sides too much, unless you're making it small. What you got? Oh, that's not going to show. That's your workspace. That's your workspace. Only the black, like if you were to hide everything, only the black on the sides is going to, or I mean, only the black in your workspace. That's just extra space. That's not going to be your whole, like if you down at the bottom corner, there's a maximize button to make the thing huge. You can preview it in full screen. Click on that. Especially if you're on mobile, you'll be able to see it in 16 by 9, 9 by 16. Does that work? Yeah. No, that's your workspace. You're good. That's just blank space. All good. Good question. All right. So anything in this black rectangle here is going to be what's there. And if we full view it, it's only this. Like on a computer, yes, vertical video doesn't look good, but on a phone, that's what we're building to. This will look fine. This will look perfect. Now, on that consideration, we should probably also consider the platform that we're uploading to. So I'm going to grab really quick a TikTok template, because a lot of people will build to TikTok templates, images. Let me find one for us. People have built these, which is super awesome. Bonk. Let me find one. Free TikTok template. Transparent. And you could make your own, honestly, if you had the wherewithal to do it. But let me see if I can find one for us quick. Yeah, let's do this one. Oh, goodness. This one's blocked up by stuff, so let's see if we can get her done. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to try this. Let me see if I can do this. Go into media and will it just let me? No, it won't. Okay. So I need to take the screenshot that I just took. Hang tight. Pictures, photos, screenshots, and to the bottom. Gonna be my newest one. Bonk. All right, I'm gonna drag this. I found this on the internet. All right, It's totally, it's not mine. It shows that. I don't need it for anything. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this as a template for where to lay things out. Okay? Because there's buttons, for liking things, username, description. We don't want to be covering that stuff up. Okay? So we're going to use that and consider what's going on there before we do any more layout stuff. Let me just drop this in over the entirety of our film here. And then it doesn't even lay up here, but we're going to use it as a general reference. Okay, it's not going to be perfect by any means. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to go to transparency. Somewhere there should be a transparency. Scale, mask, animation, tracking, adjust, transparency. Is there a transparent version? Lame. There used to be one. Back, scale, uniform position, blend. Did they premium it? Ugh, gross. Remove background, adjust. There's no transparency button that I'm seeing. Let me look this up myself for my own knowledge. CapCut, transparent. Image. Transparent, adjust. Where does change opacity? CapCut. Where do we find that? Click on the blend. You will see that blend. Blend? How do I change up? There's a lot of videos on how to do this. I don't want to watch a video right now. Dang, man. Dang, Daniel. Well, all I was trying to do here was take into account the buttons that are going to be here. We can just flash it on and flash it off and hope to remember what we're doing. Obnoxious, but all right. Either who, let's just keep that there for a reference. I guess what I'm saying is I can easier do this in Canva, but I leave it alone. Facts. That's so weird. It used to be an option in the transformer for me to just change the transparency of an image, but they've changed the layout such that I cannot find it. Oh, here we go. It's blend. Ha! Duh. Okay, cool. Found it. All right, so you would take a template image of, the platform you're going to be building to, and you just change the opacity so that you can kind of see it. You don't need to see it a lot, just so that you can kind of see where your elements are in relation to these other things. So like you don't want your face underneath like any of these buttons. You don't want to be covering up the description, anything like that. So that's just something to consider before you build into the next step. What we're going to do is kind of go another layer or another option of this can really be built out however you like, which is really fun. So let's do some more. Let me add a couple things in here. We're going to go to photos, logos somewhere. Where are my logos at? Thumbs. Where did I put my logos? Sorry, guys. Media kit, logos. Aha. And we're going to find the finals. Yes. Okay. And we're going to go like this and drag her in here. Oh, wait, you got to be on the media tab to drag anything in. Drag her in here. Okay, so I got this piece of media too. Now we're going to drop that here. Now it's going to naturally, let me shrink this up so I can work with it a little easier. Again, it's just layers. So if it's on top, it's on top. If it's behind, it's behind. You got it? We just keep building on top if you want more layers. So let's say I want people to know I'm playing the finals, right? I can put that up top, if I wanted. And now I have a little banner, you know, that says I'm playing the vinyls, and I still have that cool little blurry background around the things, around the elements. I'm not getting in the way of any buttons. We're all good there. I just want to make sure if I'm fading the thing out, that it fades out with the, you know, so like the clip fades out, then I want to be able to, where's my, that I want this to fade out too. So any animations you're having fade, we can give it a fade. You go to the video, all right? This is in the inspector. Click on the element, and we're going to go to animation. We're going to select out and fade out. And so we would make sure that right about here, it starts to fade out, right? It's easier when it's not clicked on, because then you can see how it works with the other elements. We probably want that to fade a little sooner. So go back to animation. Click on the element you want to change. Animation, out, fade out. Down here at duration, you can add a little bit. We'll put it at like 1.3 and see if that, so see how it's cutting at 1.3? We're gonna do it a little sooner than it starts to cut. So maybe, right, 1.7, 1.5. Let's try that. We just want it gone by the time it closes the whole thing out. So I think 1.6 will do it. Let's see. 5 or 6, maybe 7. I was probably right with the 1.7. Okay, just you play with it until it makes sense. So that's a banner there. We can also do an animation in, right? So same thing, press in, under animations, fade in, right? We don't want it here because it's already here. So let's actually delay that by 3 seconds. See if that helps us. Or we can find out when this point is right here. And if you're looking down here, if you're on stream with me, let me move myself out of the way. So see this little arrow? It's very small, but there's a little arrow at the bottom of the clip. And it follows that arrow is showing when that transition is going to start, or rather be full again. So that arrow is the duration of the animation. So if we want, well, we can do this 2 ways. One, we don't want this to start until this really stops. So right here, it'll right about, so here, we want it to start showing up when we go from the thumbnail view to the action of the actual thing going on. So we can just kind of like find where this starts, which is about here, bonk. And then we can animation in, and well, let's make it only a second. All right. So we can match it with that 1.7 if that's what we had it going out. And then here's what it looks like. So first off, we have a transition where we're cycling in. It's a fade in. And then it swipes around, and then the final shows up. Easy. All right. Does that make sense? Finals pops up as a banner. All right. Any questions there before I move on? I moved a little fast for animations, but yes, you can absolutely add subtitles to it. I would love to add subtitles to it. However, just be careful, guys. I see you guys playing with tools, and I love it. Masks.
That's also a premium feature.
You ought to be careful, because if you use any premium feature, it will let you build with it. It'll let you get all the way through doing your video, but when you hit export, it's going to say, you can export this if you go to Pro. So be careful with anything that has a diamond next to it. If you use any of the premium tools, it'll let you, but then when you go to export it, you won't be able to do it until you remove that premium tool or you buy premium. And I'm not suggesting anybody buy premium. I've been using CapCut for years and have not yet used CapCut Premium. They are starting to premium me out of using it because that's just what they're doing, and they're charging quite a pretty penny. So, you know, you don't need it. But what's the question to this? 2 questions. What is this button for? The mask. And when you put an overlay to edit it, there's something called splice. Okay, let's take a look at mask, because we can. Where did you find mask? It's on mobile, so I'd have to find it somewhere else. Let me see here. Mask. Do you know if it has a premium icon next to it as well? It would be under video, mask. Mask doesn't look like it's premium, which is good. A mask is going to be, let's say you want to take... Okay, so I haven't done masks in a bit, but I can do them. Let's see. Let me find... So a mask is just a shape that you want the video to consider itself within. Usually it's a black and white image where you assign, video okay on black or video okay on white, but not okay on black. Like whichever way you set it up, you can set the mask up however you like. We can add a mask. Looks like they have some pre-built masks in already. So let's use their circle. And what is that for? So it's like if I wanted to, let me try something here. All right, I'm going to take a copy of this video. I'm going to paste it in again on here. Paste, bring it on top. I'm going to give it a mask, add mask, circle mask, and I'm going to actually circle it here. Oh my gosh, move that here. And I don't need all this video, so I'm just going to capture... Oh my goodness. We're going to do this a different way. Hang on. See if you guys can follow along. I'm so sorry. I'm going to grab the small version. Okay. Control copy, Control D, Control C, Control C, or Control V to make a copy. I'm going to put it on the almost topmost layer. Okay, so I have another one, and I'm going to move it down just so you guys can see where it is. Okay, so this is a copy of this one. Got it? We following that much? Yes, yes. Okay, now, by the way, auto subtitles are a pro feature now. So if you wanted to just hit the captions, you get like so many free, and then they're not free. So good luck. I used to use them all the time. That's actually why I started using CapCut, because it had a really great AI captions, and now it's not free anymore. So you get like you get a couple free, so you can enjoy how wonderful it is, and then they want you to pay like $15-20 a month. So good luck. You can also add your own subtitles if you like. You can just add text and drop it in when you talk. It's kind of a bore to do it manually. I've done it, but hey, it's an option. You can equally go to like TikTok, and I think TikTok has like you can drop a whole film into TikTok, and they have a caption tool as well that I think is free. So you can use that, and then. Another one that we haven't even touched, because I haven't touched in a while, is DaVinci Resolve. If you guys on PC want to get into editing videos like big time, go for DaVinci Resolve. It's what movies are made with, and it's always free. Or at least let me reframe and say, like, the version before the current version, the previous version is always free, and you can premium into the most recent version, but the previous version has made movies before. Like, movies you've gone to the movies to see. So DaVinci Resolve is fantastic. It's a beefier tool. It's got a lot more on the UI UX side of things for working with, but it has everything. You can literally do whatever you want in it. So if you're really, really interested in the subject of video editing, DaVinci Resolve is something if you're brand new, go straight to DaVinci Resolve. Forget all this business. This CapCut is super simple, very easy laid out. I mean, it can be complex if you get into trying to get around premium tools and doing all the fun bits yourself. It can get a little, much, but the basics are here. And then if you want to dive really hard into it, you do not need to spend, $200 a month on Adobe Premiere to be a video editor. DaVinci Resolve is fantastic, and it's always free as far as their claims. So I'm going to go back to them myself when I have a big enough project to justify doing it. But yeah, like the UI on CapCut is very, very simple, very easy to work, and again, It's, why did you say that twice, James? It's a little weird. UI and UX, that's cool. Why did you say that twice? Huh? All right. So let me go back to masks. I'm sorry. Got on a tangent there. So this was the copy of the one that I made on top here. So let's make a mask. We'll add a mask to this one. All right. So see, it's a little hard to see. Let me, yeah, there we go. Okay. So we're focused in on this part. So the mask will only see what I want it to see of myself, right? So if I wanted a copy of me, this is another really great way to add another version of me. And we're going to do that. So, right. So like I said, this is 3 versions of the same video on top of each other. Okay. So we've got the background blur, the foundation layer. We have, this layer, this layer, which is the actual gameplay you want to see. And then we're going to make another one with my face bigger. Okay. And it's all the same video over and over again. Now let me cut myself out of this video play here. And I'm going to just do that by going like this. And I'm going to get like this. It gets a little scary because like eventually you're going to lose. Like we could do this big and then like we might, I don't know what the gameplay is going to look like there, but yeah, we get most of it. But my shoulders in the side there, we can go a little bigger, but then we're going to miss stuff. Yeah, you got to make sure you're clicking on the right one. So like, can you see enough of the killing? I don't know, like sort of. It kind of works. I mean, that's an option. We could do that. So let's do that. And let's go to this third version of myself. You got to click somewhere in the video that you would see this element. And we're going to make Maddox is like, we've made a mask. Okay. And, that mask is good. So is there a way to say I'm done with that mask? Yes. And then a way to make it bigger. Is that going to only, gross. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. Enter? How do I finish the mask? How do I say the mask is good? This is annoying. There's a way. Maybe we don't need a mask for this. Maybe we need... Mask setting, rotation, feather. See, if I move it, it's going to move on the original video, where really I just want to take a copy of myself. So I don't need a mask per se, but let's say you did, you had a video on a video, it was just staying in place. You could use a circle, right? Circle Maddox now. All right. It's a little hard to see, guys. I'm so sorry. It's small. But you see how it's just grabbing a circle of the video. It's a mask. Okay, so it's only grabbing a piece. But I'm not going to use a mask in this case because I don't want to. So let's take that mask off. How do I do that? Oh, maybe it's working now. No, because every time I click it, it's there. Ugh, I don't want it. Get rid of the mask. Okay, so you click this X here. It's a little tricky there. Okay, so I do want a Maddox in the background. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to actually use a crop tool down to the bottom, and you can crop the video to just have a Maddox here. Bonk. Okay, and hopefully that'll catch Maddox. Confirm. Now, here's Maddox, and now I'm going to put myself at the bottom. Zoop. Now, if I was really to do this, I would probably want to, background remove Maddox, right? And just have him hanging out there. Now, if I'm here, I'm going to be in the way of the description. And, well, the description is going to be on top of me, rather. So let me show you what, hang on, push this up a little more. Okay. So if we can remember that the blend. This is what see the description is going to be on top of my face. The buttons are out of the way. That's fine. But yeah, just consider that when you're making, positioning things. So we're going to, maybe make me, I don't mind being a little bit under the description. Why not? But then I'm inside of the gameplay. And so now I'm in the way of that. So you just got to think about what's going where. Let's maybe put me here, right? I don't mind, right? Outside of the gameplay. it's going to react at the same time that the video is going to react. And let me hide our template here. So it's not my favorite, honestly, guys. It's let me see if I can add the mask now. Mask, add mask, circle, and then grow. Okay, that's kind of something. Okay, that's something, I guess. And then let's give it a whirl. See how that looks. Okay, thank you. Thank you, circle mask. You're good now. I don't need... Okay, woof. Jeez, All right, let's give that a play. See what it looks like. Whoa, it's weird because it's like there already. So I don't want to have that there per se, but...
That's actually a good question. How do you remove the background from a video CapCut too? And
well, well, you see,
have...
it used to be free, and now it's not. Yeah, that's the problem. It used to be free.
Well, no, but that's also a really like commonly used and kind of like
let me see
feature, in my opinion. Like,
yeah, you're gonna have to pay for that. Let me see.
Yeah.
Well,
that's much harder to do with video.
So how I get around it is I do everything in OBS and I do my own green screen. Like you're seeing me on, anybody who's looking at the stream right now can see that. Like I'm on top of my video right now. So I could do, you could do a variation in OBS and bring it in. Let me see if there is a chroma key. Look at all the things with purple things. There were so many things that these were free. Camera tracking, like these. There was a lot of fun little tools. Lip syncing. Like there was a lot of things that were available that are not. Remove.bg. So there's an auto removal and there's a custom removal. Let's try it. Oh my god. I'd have to actually like remove it manually. Like nobody's gonna take the time to sit down and cut this out. That's horrendous. What? That's some ass. Excuse me, but that's just chaotic. Let's see what happens though. I'm curious. There is a remove BG for videos, but it's terrible. I used OBS to record the gameplay. OBS is fantastic. Look at that. I removed my whole self, guys. Wow. Okay, so I did it backwards for one. So I guess I have to... So this is what you want to keep, not what you want to remove. So go back, turn that off, turn that on. Oh my gosh. Let's... Okay. Come on, get rid of it. Oh man. I wanna erase that. Oh golly. Let's do this right. Hold on. Size. All right. So you can erase your. All right. So silly. All right. So we want to keep everything with this one first. Oh, it's premium here. This is premium right there. See that? The tool itself looks like it's fine, and then when you want to use this one, the smart brush, it's premium. If I want a manual brush, oh god, I have to do this by hand, and then I do little chops so that it. This is so bad. So maybe this is a reason to buy things when you are considering, do you want to do this? But I don't know, man. This is just. I would never do this manually, and that's why premium makes sense for this kind of stuff, but I'm an artist with a slightly steady hand, and I don't like this, you know what I mean? Like, that's horrible. Let's apply it. All right, look at that. Now, what happens if I press play? As long as my head stays there, we good. Sort of, but no. Like, that's terrible. So, whatever. I wouldn't suggest it, guys. That's silly. So let's see. You could do the chroma key, which only works... So this is the other one they messed with. So oh, that's so bad. They have a background remover with the chroma key, but they only give you the 2 options of intensity and shadow, and feather edge and clean up the edge, which are the ones you really need, are premiums. They did a really good job of like hiding premium within their non-premium things, to make you always remember that there's a premium way to do this. CapCut, if you do have premium, it's so fast. Like I watched somebody struggle with a Adobe Premiere tool to get something done, and he was working on it for like 5-6 hours and was like, I almost have the heads tracked, and I was just like, you mean like this? And I like slapped it together in CapCut very quickly, like maybe like 5 minutes, and he was just like and like he's like, I still pay for it every month and I really want to use it, and I was like, well, good for you, bro. But yeah, no, like CapCut is really, really, really powerful. It's just kind of expensive. I would not suggest paying what they're asking. This is, and they even get you here. So
wait, are they asking? They're asking for less than.
No.
Oh wait.
You get $11.99 for the first month, then it's $20 for the second month on.
Yeah, that's $5 more than friggin'.
Not if you pay annually for Canva. I pay $10 a month because I pay annually for Canva.
Yeah.
So it's not bad.
I mean, one's a video editor that has transcription tools and subtitle tools and even an AI built in, and the other one's a image editor with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's what you need. It's what you need. But if we're really gonna get down to, if like I'm suggesting, if you guys are actually getting into video editing and this is something you want to do, my suggestion is research DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is a fantastic tool. It's used by movie industries all the time. Like it's a real thing. And they give you the last version for free. You just update the version as they do, and it'll remind you. And it's fantastic, and it's all free. They have a lot of tools. So my suggestion, DaVinci Resolve, if you're really going to jump in. For the simple stuff, we can do this. It's easy peasy. It's fun. Now, let's leave this like it is. Basic. Blop. I don't know why it keeps cutting off this edge here. That's kind of funny. What is it doing that for? Oh, because that's the edge of me. That's the edge of my video. So we have to move the whole. Let me see. So if I want to, now that I have the mask on there, take this and you want to move. I don't know how to set the mask where it's like stuck now. Like stick. Be good, you know? Like I don't want it to go anywhere. I want to move.
The position settings there.
You would think that, but the one.
No, look at the right side. If you set position there, like the pixel position.
Okay, now yeah, you go back to basic. Now you can move it. Okay, cool. So when you're under mask, it's going to consider the position of the mask. When you're under basic, it's going to consider the source and the position of the source. Okay.
And the mask. Yep.
Yes, with the mask filter on it. Okay, so let's say I wanted to put myself here. You know, why not? Boom. And my crop is cutting off part of the mask, so we go back to the crop tool and we bring that up a little bit so that it can consider that. Confirm. Why is it not? Oh, it's making like an oval. That's so weird.
You can change the shape of the mask under mask.
Yeah. You would think. Bonk. Basic. Move. That's all. That's all I wanted anyway. The side's not there because that's where the video cuts off. Well, okay. You guys get the idea. You could play with, you could add your face at the bottom, bringing your middle, however, trimmed you wanted it. Let's say I wanted to bring it in a little bit, but move it off to the side a little so you get a little more of the, I'm a right-sided swinger there.
Yeah.
Title, and then
there's
the
a couple of ways
blurry background
too. Where like you can actually take like the full-sized like a full-sized image of what you're doing and put it in the center, and then put the oversized like recording that you're doing and like full screen it so that there's a little blur on the bottom with like things happening, and sometimes that helps too. I've seen people do. It makes for an interesting video. I did that in a couple of my shorts actually for Shadowline. where like you had the main screen, the full screen of everything you're doing, Maddox, and like the center middle
Yeah.
of the yeah, and then you just like have that over the full thing in the background blurry.
Yep. Yep. The blurry
Yeah, yeah,
background really is a nice solution for expanding your
blank
space.
space.
You know, all the blank space
Yeah.
there, because it's working with the video. It's reactive to the video because it is the video, right? So it's a nice little, you know, it's a nice little, you know, I'll mute this, but or can I mute this? Huh? Won't let me. Only thing I would change is if you are gonna do the like thing, if you're gonna do the video here, don't start that video until you need it. Right, so transition that in as well, like the finals came in. Add an animation to that, bring it fade in maybe, or even I like slides. Slides are great. So then we have, that's fun. I think that's a position problem. Hang on one second. There's something else going on with the positioning here. The transform. We whoa, I brought that out. Boink. Okay, hang on. So there's a transform. There's a transform issue on this video, and it's back here. There's a point at which the video thinks it's over here, and then we moved it over. So the transform came with it, and that's a button here. Like slides me in. I'm seeing that happen, but meh. I would have to reset the video to make that work because I don't know where it broke. But the idea is you have title, right? Then I blend in with the finals there. And now we're fighting bonk and bonk.
Yeah, this works really well for like first-person view games.
Correct.
But if it was like a third-person view game, you'd have to adjust like. It all depends on what you're using it for, guys. Like,
what you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you need. So that's a way we grabbed my face. You could do the same thing if you wanted to put the score or something. You would just take the full version. You would copy it. Whoa, not cut. You would copy it and you would paste it and you would put it on top on another layer. And we could, let's bring this in here. And let me go big so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, so it's our new one. Okay, now it's synced up. Where is that? Okay, so let's say I wanted to highlight, I don't know, the score. All right, so again, we would just go to our cropping tool and we would highlight the score, bonk. Let's make it like that. Okay, cool, confirm. Now it's very big, shrink it down. We put the score here if we wanted, you know, if we want to make sure we're not covered by our thing, we would just use their reference. You could put that there if we want. It's a little busy here now, but you could put that up here, you know, anywhere you wanted, as long as it was overlapping the right things, you know, and it looked complementary. That's the other thing. We want to make sure it makes sense. That would be too busy on top of the gameplay. Let's just for funsies put it here, just to show. We're using the same video over and over and over again. And we'd want to bring it, want to give it an animation as well. Have it slide in from the right. All right, and you can add a little delay on that, 1 second. And then when it goes out, you just want to make sure it also leaves on the left and give it a, I don't know, 2 second. Whoa, that was a lot of, so it's not lined up perfectly. Now it's lined up perfectly. And then it won't sound off. All right, cool. So yeah, so that's how you take the same one horizontal video and turn it into a vertical video. Why is it still showing face there? Huh, weird. What is going on with that one? All right, animation in, and we'll do a slide. I don't know. Do a slide. Wait, in, slide up. Bring that like to 3 seconds. And bloom. There you go. So we got the scores coming in. And it's watching my score racking up as I get kills. There we go, first place. See that? Nice. Okay. Do we all get that? Let me go back to chat and make sure we're answering questions here. Let's see. Am I missing anything? Let's see. There isn't really, Virion, there isn't really a website that does removal of videos well. We found one, but it was terrible. Let me show you what I mean. We tried it in one thing when we were doing the GIFs. Unscreen. That was the one we found. So let's upload, I don't know. You'd have to have a pretty clean background to make it work in the video. Let's try. That's gonna be a big video, isn't it? Yeah, it's gonna be a big video. Let me find a video that is shorter-ish. That's a minute. That's a second. That's a second. That's 35 seconds. Let's use this. It's a hex box opening from off the grid, right? So I just drop it in there, just like we would remove .bg. All right. So it's not great, man. It's not great at all. Yeah. This is bad. It's not so good.
Wow, that's nasty.
That's nasty, right? It's not an easy thing we're asking either for a free thing, you know? So, I mean, I don't even think Canva does it well.
Canva doesn't remove background on videos, I don't think.
Oh, yeah, they do. Oh, yeah, they do.
I think Adobe has a solution for that too, an AI background remover or something.
Of course Adobe does. For $200, $300 a month, it damn well should, you know? I wish I had DaVinci. Maybe we'll do our next one on DaVinci Resolve and we can play around in some basics on DaVinci Resolve as a DaVinci Resolve 101 and see what we can come up with for. I haven't played with it. I will be honest. I haven't played with DR since like 3 or 4 years now. So it would be a new thing for me to learn, but I would learn some DR over the next 2 weeks to teach you guys what I found out. For the next guild hall, I'd be happy to do that. I think that'd be a great idea.
And that's something that they can dive into freely themselves too.
I would just cover a basic overlay of getting started with DR. Importing video media and exporting your finished product, along with tools that we found along the way that were common and helpful, cutting and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. We just do that, and then we do a little video contest at the end. So, without further ado, let me set the stage, and we'll write this up. And yes. So what we're doing is exactly what we did today in our demo. We're going to take a horizontal clip, okay, and we're going to make a vertical video that you could use as a short out of it, okay. You don't have to get too fancy. You don't have to get too, we just want to make sure that it converts into a vertical video. Okay. And again, like mine's not perfect, guys. We were doing it kind of like live and fun. Vert video example 1, right? Export, bonk, open folder. Share that with you guys here in chat. So that's the product of what we put together just now. And those who are watching in vertical or on their phone should be able to see what we made. It's not a great one, I won't lie. But let me take a look.
Oh, they're here?
Pink's already here. Oh, they're already here on this side. Got one light. You see how that makes sense? I just want it to be cohesive.
I got heavy on me, and I'm
One more on the stairs.
Yep.
No more on the stairs.
Please, Maddox, carry.
So, how are we gonna collect? You know, where are you gonna get horizontal videos from? Is there a way to download clips, Terrace, from like Twitch?
Yeah, you just go to your studio and you can download.
Now, if it wasn't your content though,
if
you clipped somebody else's video, is there a way to download that clip?
You should be able to from your studio. Yes.
Let me see. So I'm gonna go into Creator Dashboard.
Yep.
Where would I find that then? Content, clips I've created. Yes. Okay, cool. So I watch my friends on Twitch sometimes and I clip them, right? So these are not my videos, right? Let's I don't know. Let's find some funny one.
The ellipsis on the right side.
Ellipsis on the right side?
No, yeah, the 3 dots next to the video. Next to the video.
Well, yeah, edit. I can edit it. I can share it.
Up. To
Where?
the right.
That's a different one.
Yeah, that's a different ellipsis. Click that one. No,
View clip.
Download it.
Hmm.
That's weird.
Share. Download landscape version.
There you go.
Yeah, I can.
Let's see what it gives you.
It's my clip.
There you go.
Okay. So you guys can go to YouTube. You can find your favorite streamer. You can do whatever you want. You can grab a clip you've clipped already. You can make a clip right on Twitch. Really easy. Really easy to do. Trying to find a funny one.
Can you believe that's a year ago already?
What?
Ugh, the BR1 Infinite. Fucking.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a year already, bro. I fucking feels like just yesterday we were rolling around that damn game. Oh.
This is our friend Consumer
Time
TTV.
flies too fast. Oh, really?
Yeah, took a clip of him. Let's see what he does here.
Hold on.
He stole it. He mined it. It's going really slow.
He's also really heavy. He's got the LMG.
Yes. This was the.
Oh my god, you're so bad.
This was silly. He was almost in. He's like about to cash out. The failure on this. He's so hurt. He said he was a bee's dick away from a win. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So yeah, you can grab a clip from anybody, and then you just go and hit the share button, download the landscape version. Ooh, download the portrait version. Ooh. I don't know if you'd want to download the portrait version because it'll show in portrait version. But that's only the middle, right? You want what we're doing for this assignment. You're gonna grab, share the landscape version and turn it into a portrait short. Okay? So yeah. All right, deal. That's where you can get clips from. You can do this with, you can do this with a streamer you watch. You can do this with regular landscape videos you want to capture. I don't care. Do what you want. Turn it into a short. Take a landscape video, turn it into a portrait short. Okay? Or a 9x16 in CapCut. Okay? That's the deal. That's what I got. Hope you guys learned something today. I hope I wasn't too fast. And if you have any questions, as always, just reach out. We can get your questions answered. What's up, Darius?
Just so you guys know, it's not going to be just about like the content that you're producing. It's going to be about the way that you lay out your stream, the way that like the camera section is placed, whether you use like a banner or whether you just don't use a banner, or what like how you position your main view and how you position blur if you have a bunch of black space around it.
Please
Like,
don't
that's gonna
make
be-
an exact copy of what I did either. This is just an idea. Like, you are more than welcome to move these elements around wherever you want. If you want to you know, put yourself at the damn it. Now I'm all fugged up. Hang on. If you want this to play at the top, if you want this to play in the middle, if you want the, you know, blur to be blurred, if you want to add cool like effects to the blur, you can also do that. Chrome blur? I don't know. You can just drop effects on top of
And
things.
that's another thing.
It's
it
really
doesn't
cool.
have to be a stream clip either.
No, it doesn't have to be a
could
stream
like
clip. Could be a
10-minute short,
anything.
like a meme short. It could be like a story short. You can take friggin' scenes and clip them together and make them look cool and fun. So long as they're orientated right. So long as you know, like you're formatting it properly for the size and aspect ratio that you have to.
Can you place two different videos to make one and add some features? Yeah, of course. Like, I don't care as long as it's cohesive and makes sense. You know, don't be, you know, you don't want to be.
Yeah, when he asked that question, my mind went straight to, they all think that they're gonna have to stream something, and
No, you can
that's
steal
not
clips
what
from
we're
Twitch.
asking
I'm
for.
sure. Just make sure if you
Yeah.
do take a clip from somebody, that wherever you're posting this, you have to credit the person that you took the clip from, please. We don't want any, you know, FTC issues. Like, just please credit, source your credits, right? Please.
You don't want copyright issues to begin with.
Nope.
Like, so usually when you're taking content from somebody else, it's tough. If it's a cartoon and it's just like a video that the cartoon's uploaded and you're taking clips from that, you know, and we can like we know who the cartoon and like, then it's not so much like a big deal in my opinion.
If you're using
like,
music in the
if you're
background, you got to be careful too.
Yeah, I would like, a song is blah 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 by blah blah blah.
But
taken from Maddox Makes clip on blah blah blah, and you could even link into that clip so that people can go check it out or check out his content or his full video. Like if you took a clip from a short video, it's responsible content creation.
you don't want to take stuff and like, because YouTube and TikTok will flag it and not post it either, and we need it posted on YouTube or TikTok so we can track it. Like, you could, I guess you could throw it on Twitter. Twitter's not going to give you any shit at all. Like, they don't care. Freedom of Speech Act or whatever. But like, if you want your short to go anywhere that matters beyond Twitter, you're gonna have to adhere to copyright law. And so, like, if I even use this tiny little segment of 20 seconds of K-pop Demon Hunters, right? They'll take it down the moment I upload it. They'll say, nope, doesn't pass copyright check. It's too much of the song, right? I think it's more than 4 seconds or something stupid. So be careful. That goes for scenes of shows and movies too. They'll catch that too. So if it is a cartoon, they might say, nope, that sounds like SpongeBob. We know what SpongeBob sounds like, and you're not SpongeBob. So be careful. I don't know. You're going to have to try it, and you might get flagged. Heads up. I don't know the laws about doing a cartoon. I don't know. How about, Virion, you do your own cartoons? Then then nobody can get you.
Well, she already does her own cartoon.
That's what I'm saying.
She just doesn't animate them.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I'm trying to get into. But yeah.
Okay, guys. Any other questions before we close out?
So how do you get those cool drawings that you're always making? Or is it AI generated, Virion, and you've been lying to us this whole time? I feel so betrayed. But yeah. All right, so we're good on this. I thank you for coming out and hanging out with us today, Maddox.
Yeah.
And sharing your nuggets of wisdom as always. I'm actually going to probably spend another hour with you guys here. I have a hard stop at 12:45 though, so we're definitely gonna have to cut it off by then. I am gonna do the drawing in the next 4 minutes. I have the data here. We're gonna do the drawing, and then we're actually gonna be exploring another project called American Fortress. And that was supposed to be the one for this week. I haven't announced it because I haven't gotten a confirmation on the EMA on that yet. But if it does happen, then I would much rather have us go over the project information. I'd like to share as much information with you as I can. The places that we can go and link to for exploring the white paper, exploring the web page and the X page. This one has full information out there right now. They're a pretty decent project when it comes to like have their own wallet and like ENS name, like an Ethereum name service, kind of sort of. So
All right, guys, we're gonna close out the stream there, but
that,
hope you guys picked something up and learned something about CapCut and turning landscape shorts into portrait shorts for mobile viewers. We do this every other Monday and CJF friends. So come on down, come say hey, be a friend, and learn something new. All right, see you next time. Bye. Let me turn off stream here. Oh, somewhere, wherever I have it. All right, bye.